What's up, you guys? Happy Monday. All right. I had like two subject matters that I already like planned to talk to you guys about, but I couldn't figure out which one to do, so I figured I'd just put them in my hat. And we'll shake them up and see, and we'll talk about whatever it is that the hat says that should happen. So let me mix them up a little bit better. I feel like this hat is like, I'm just beat it on the counter. Let me hurry up. Okay. So I've picked whatever this one is, and let's open it up. Of course, I always hold my phone to record because I just don't like the stand that holds it. All right, we'll talk about this one then. The subject matter is fear. All right. Okay. Well, let's jump right in. Narcissists need fear in order to keep you stuck. Point blank, period. There is no such thing as a narcissist who does not rely on some sort of your fear in order for you to stay stuck, like in contact with them in some way, connected to them in some way. I don't know. Let's go through a bunch of different scenarios. Let's say in a relationship, right? A lot of times a narcissist will be like my ex, for instance, case in point. Well, you know what? I mean, if I leave, you're just going to die alone like your mother. And I'm like, first of all, my mom's not dead. She's just like not with anybody. But to say you're going to die alone like your mother, dying alone is supposed to make me fearful that if I don't suck his dick and stay in place, that I will shrivel up in a room full of cats. Okay? Excuse me, I had to scratch my nose. Anyway, but like I'm gonna shrivel up in a room full of cats. Is that so bad? Not really. I mean, at the end of the day, if you really think about it, everyone dies alone, baby. I don't care if you died in a plane crash with 100 other people. Your death experience is no different from your birth experience. It's just one's coming in, one's going out. But at the end of the day, you do that shit alone, baby. There's no one within your mother with you going, let's do this together. There's always God. But otherwise, as far as humans, you die alone anyway. I'm sure when a plane crashes, unfortunately, some have been crashing lately, right? Those souls didn't pop out and go look at each other and be like, fuck was that? No, they all instantly enter into their own scenario. So trying to scare me by being like, you're going to die alone, doesn't make any sense. Here's another example that's not romantic. My dad tried to guilt trip me because a lot of times the fear from like narcissists will come through a guilt trip. The fear, they'll disguise the fear as guilt, but guilt for you, of course, never for them, never for themselves. So my dad, whenever I don't communicate with him in the way that he feels like I should be communicating with him, then he'll do something like, I said, because one day I told him that. I was like, Dad, if you keep treating people the way that you're treating people, me included and your grandchildren included, I was like, that is what happens. That's how a lot of men, usually men, die alone because like without their family around them or whatever. And he goes, well, last time I checked, I never saw a casket for two, so ha ha ha. Is my math fucked up? Yeah, no, I don't think it is. So my response was I actually looked up a casket for two, and they do exist, and I texted it to him. Needless to say, we didn't speak for like a year. Anyway, so aside from that, they'll do other things, you know what I'm saying? Say like you have a narcissistic parent that is financially supporting you, right? And they go, well, you know what? And they'll pick a time where you're like really down. Who knows why they're financially supporting you? Maybe you're going through a divorce and maybe you haven't found another job yet, or maybe whatever it was, right? And that parent that claims that that narcissistic parent that claims they're going to help you out starts dictating your life while dangling the money that they're helping you out with over you, like a carrot, in front of a horse on the cartoons, driven by a carriage, and a horse is just like trying to bite at the carrot. And you're like, ha 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 ha, you can have this if you do what the fuck I want you to do, right? That's another fear tactic to try to make you feel like, if I don't do what they want, I'm going to not be able to take care of myself because they're not going to give me any money. Stop being scared, y'all. I know that I know that these things do affect us, okay? But at the same time, you're either going to fear God or you're going to fear mammon, right? I'm not going to fear some dude or some chick out there that has to die and answer to the same God I have to answer to at the end of this shit show that we're calling life, which is a simulation, right? So, no, I'd rather rock out with God, be scared of pissing God off, than to be scared that some person or whatever, some meat suit that will sit here to pretend to be my parents, aren't gonna fund my simulated life here on this ball of shit that we're calling planet Earth, right? I'm not doing that. So let them stop supporting you. Okay, is it going to be hard to support yourself? Yeah, usually the road that is proper for your life to progress the way that God wants it to be is not an easy road. Do you think Jesus really wanted to walk everywhere he went in sandals and not eat and not know where he was going to go to sleep? What does it say? Birds have nests and foxes have holes, but the Son of Man have nowhere to lay his head? Get out of here. It's not an easy road, so walk it. Walk it. When the road feels rocky, that's my favorite road. I'm like, ooh. I see the road that's all sparkly, and everybody's on it. And then I see that one dark tunnel, and I'm like, no one's on it. I'm like, I want what's in that tunnel. You know why? Because I know what's at the other end of that tunnel is way more pricey and costly and good for me and awesome and priceless than the shit that the easy road where all the people are on it are headed to. I want that Indiana Jones ass road. I want that shit that make me almost lose my hat, baby. I want one that's like that, all right? Because I need what's on the other end of that. If I have to fight for it, okay, let's go. Let's go. Wake me up. Wake me up inside. Evanescence, right? But yeah, so don't let them being like, I'm not going to give you money anymore. Okay, well then maybe you got to do a couple of grungy ass jobs. And no, I don't mean prostitution or any shit like that. I'm talking about maybe you do have to work retail, or maybe you have to do some shit that you don't normally do, legally or whatever. But you can do it and you will do it. Don't let fear be used to dictate where you go. There are so many verses in the Bible that are against fear, that tell you not to worry, that tell you worrying is for people that have no faith. Come on, man. What's another one? Let's say you're a stay-at-home mom. Let's say you got baby trapped 1,000 times, and you can get baby trapped by your own spouse, because if you follow religion, most religion is geared around a man. It just is. It's geared to suit men. Oh, if your husband wants to have sex and you're not supposed to use condoms in religion, right? And marriages and stuff, then every time you get pregnant, you're not supposed to get an abortion in religion, right? So then, you can just get knocked up because that's what your husband wants you to do. And then you need to stay home and be with your kids, right? Okay, well, what if your husband goes, you know what, I'm cheating on you. You find out he's cheating, and he's the sole breadwinner. So what's going to happen? Fear is going to be instilled upon you, not only by your church, but also by your man, to make you and peers that are within your same religion possibly, or community, to make you feel like if you bounce, you are going to hit the wall, slide down into the pits of hell, and just be dead. Because you don't have a man to support you, or your spouse or your parents, whatever, ain't supporting you. No, dude, that's not the way that works. I had to get a divorce because I had an abusive, shit-ass spouse that was on the DL, that didn't like my kid. You know what I'm saying? Didn't like either kid, honestly. Didn't like the one that we created together, or the one that I brought into the relationship, okay? didn't like the kids, didn't like me, was on the DL, was a whole ass whore, slutting it up, doing whatever. And honestly, he wasn't even providing. But the thing is, the church that I was going to, like most churches, and I'm not bashing church, I'm just saying watch out, because just because it says church on the outside doesn't mean that it does. It's not like a lot of churches are like, y'all remember that movie From Dusk Till Dawn? It says bar, it says the Titty Twister bar outside. Titty Twister was the name of the bar, right? But in the back of that bitch, it was a whole vampiric fucking colony. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Okay? So just because they say they're your church mates doesn't mean that they're not going to instill fear within you to stay in an abusive marriage. You can leave. No such thing as being stuck, boo. No such thing as being stuck. Even if you were a very, very extreme scenario, even if you were a hostage in some kind of like POW situation, okay? You're still not stuck. You can choose death versus staying. Is it the choice you want? No, it may not be. But it's a choice. There's always a choice. And narcissists love to use fear. Oh, well, if I don't do this for him, I'm going to get cheated on. So I got to do this out of fear. If I leave, then I don't know how I'm going to make ends meet or get a job. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I've been a stay-at-home mom for 6 years. I don't know how I'm going to, like, now if I leave him, how I'm going to, like, make it. No. Fear. You can make it. You will make it. Well, if my parents cut me off, then I'm going to have to, like, leave this home or whatever. And then, like, where do I go from there? Fear. You can make it. Well, my boss right now, is being a bitch. And, like, if I don't let him or her be abusive and shitty to me and I, like, quit this job, I don't even know if I can get another job fast enough to pay the rent before getting evicted, before the little fear. You can make it. I'm just telling you guys, you understand me? Stop being fucking scared. That shit is from the devil. And we don't want no parts of that. We don't do that. And if you're going to be scared, get a dog. Right? If you're scared, get a dog. Otherwise, I need you to fight scared. Fuck that shit. Fight scared then. But fight. You understand? Fight. I'd rather be scared. And matter of fact, look up the statistics. A scared person will fuck you up in a fight way more than somebody who's confident. Because a scared person, like I've said in other videos, they're fighting for their life. They're not fighting from a skill set. You know what I mean? They're like, bitch, I'm gonna have to slit your throat versus let me just throw out a couple of really stiff punches and stick them and land them, right? A scared person will fuck you up way harder. A scared person will kill you. You understand? But you know what I'm saying? But don't operate from fear. Alright? Ain't nobody trying. I can tell you right now, I can give you a clear example. I can give you a real example, and I'm going to leave it with that. I will really leave it with that. True story. I know that when I was having heavy dreams about the narc, that he sent, even if it was intentionally, a sleep paralysis demon towards my way. Right? It was one particular night where I was fighting with said sleep paralysis demon. Do you know what happened? That nigga had to leave my house. Because I wasn't about to wake up in fear. I whooped that ass in that dream, woke up in that scenario, got rid of that shit. I was like, you need to go, bitch. I don't even do ghosts or sleep paralysis demons. I will the blood of Christ I will blood of Christ your ass out of here. Hands down, no questions asked. I'm straight into it. I run into that shit. I don't run away from shit like that. I go straight into it, and I will literally, blood of Christ, the power of Christ compels you. Fuck out of here. Out of my house, bro. There is no fear that is going to stop me from having a good ass night's sleep, from eating something that I want to eat, from putting on what I want to wear, talking to who I want to talk to, making money the way I want to, doing what the fuck I want. And you shouldn't let this stop you either. Anyway, I hope the hat picked the right subject. And I love you. Don't let no bitch make you scared to do a damn thing. And if you scared, get a dog. And if you don't got a dog, fight scared. All right? And as always, God loves you and so do I, for real. All right?